Hello, my lovely students. How are you? I hope you are all doing well. Today is Monday, 2nd of November 2020. Today we are going to talk about some and any. Okay, before talking about some and any, do you remember yesterday we talked about countable and uncountable nouns? Okay, so we said that countable nouns that they are the items that can be counted. They have singular and plural forms. Okay, but the uncountable nouns they are items that can't be counted. Okay, they have or they don't have a plural form. Okay, they are always considered to be singular. Okay, these two words, some and any, okay, we use them with countable and uncountable nouns. Okay, so we use them with both countable and uncountable nouns. Okay, but we have a difference between some and any. We are going to know what's the difference. When do we use some and when do we use any? Okay, we use some in positive sentences. What do we mean by positive sentences? Positive sentences, they are sentences that they are not negative and they are not questions. Okay, so the positive sentence, a positive sentence, it is a sentence. Okay, that is not a negative sentence and it is not a question. Okay, we have some examples here. There are some tomatoes. There is some cheese. Okay, so here we have two examples. These two examples are positive sentences. Okay, they are not negative sentences, they are not questions. So if we have a positive sentence, we use some. We use some. Okay, so as you can see here, we have tomatoes. Tomatoes is a countable noun, so we use some with it. And cheese also is uncountable noun, and we use some. So some and any, we use them with countable and uncountable nouns. Okay, this is number one. On the other hand, we have the word any. Okay, we use any in negative sentences. Okay, and questions. Okay, okay. How can I know if this sentence is a negative sentence? Okay, if I have not, okay, in the sentence, if I have not in a long form or in a short form like this, okay, so this sentence is a negative sentence. Okay, I know that this sentence is a negative sentence if I have not. Okay, so if I have negative sentence, I will use any. Also, if the sentence is a question, okay, how can I know if this sentence is a question? When I have a question mark. When I have a question mark. So when I have a question mark, we have a question. Okay, so if we have a question or a negative sentence, we use any. We have some examples here. There isn't any water. Look at the negative here, not, but it is in a short form. Not because we have not here. I use any. I use any. There isn't any water. Okay. And number two, are there any rolls? Here, look at the question mark. So it is a question. Because it is a question, I will use any. I will use any. Are there any dolls? Okay, miss. So again, some and any, we use them with countable and uncountable nouns. When do we use some? We use some in positive sentences. Okay, positive sentences are sentences that they are not negative sentences and they are not questions. Okay, جملة عادية. And we use any. When do we use any? We use any negative sentences and the questions. Okay, here we have a question. We are going to write some or any. Some or any. Okay, طيب, number one, there aren't apples. There aren't apples. هلا, here we have negative. Excellent. If we have a negative here, so we are going to use some or any. Excellent. We are going to use any. Why? Because we have negative. We have negative sentence here. Number two, there is juice. Is this sentence a negative sentence? No. Is it a question? No. So I'm going to use some. I'm going to use some. Okay? So there is some juice. Number three, is there lemonade? Here I have a question mark. So it is a question. Okay, because it is a question, I'm going to write some or any. Excellent. With the question we use any. We use any. Okay, miss? So again, here, number one, why do we use any? Why do we use any in number one? Because we have negative. With the negative, I'm going to use any because we have negative, aren't. Okay, this is not. Um, so this sentence is a negative sentence. Number two, there is some juice. This sentence is a positive sentence. There is no negative, okay, and it's not a question. So I'm going to use some. Number three, is there any lemonade? Because here we have a question. Look at the question mark. Okay, so I'm going to use any because here I have a question. Okay, so this is the end. Thank you.